We have Right Honorable Chiwuike-Uba Solomon, former Deputy Speaker, DTHA, that's the Delta State House of Assembly, former Commissioner of Works, Delta State, and now Chairman. Government House. Oh, spell. All right, I couldn't see this writing. Delta State Polytechnic. Welcome, sir. Please just wave at us wherever you are. Thank you, sir. We have Honorable Ben Ewaka. He is a former member. Ibakba. Whoa, this writing. Honorable Ben Ibakba, former member, Delta State House of Assembly, former Commissioner for Transport, Delta State. Welcome, sir. We have a pharmacist and Dr. Mrs. Patrick Ferryfair. Did I get that? Thank you. He's a former Commissioner for Land, Survey and Urban Development at Delta State. And we have Barrister Edewo Omwonemu. I got that. Ooh, I'm feeling very good. Thank you so much. All right, welcome Barrister Edewo Omwonemu. He is the former Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Delta State. And we have Pastor Barrister Powell Tos Ojowo. Whoa, I'm feeling good. I'm on fire. Former Commissioner, Bureau of Special Duties, Delta State. He's now the Executive Assistant, Protocol to the Governor of Delta State. Welcome, sir. Please, just give them a round of applause. I've been calling names, man. Thank you so much. These are great men. And once again, we also, right here, we have Nelson Egware. Nelson Egware is a Special Assistant Media to the Governor of Delta State. Thank you so much, sir. All right, we'll now move on to our next, the next item. Yes. Glasgow Smith Kline representative.
From Glasgow Smith.
All protocols duly observed. Former Governor of Delta State, honorables, former commissioners, representatives from the media and social media. My name is Dr. Oyenala. I'm a public health physician and I also work for Glasgow Smith Kline, that's GSK. Most people would know GSK as maybe Smith Beecham, Smith Kline, or Glasgow Wellcome. But now we bear the name Glasgow Smith Kline. And Glasgow Smith Kline is very, very happy to be partnering with the Amaka Chiwuike-Uba Foundation. I don't want to bother names too because I'm a Yoruba girl, so I want to be very, very careful. GSK is one of the leaders in pharmaceutical business all over the world. We have branches all over the world. And asthma as a disease is one of our core areas. We have different products on asthma. We have our Ventolin, our Seretide, our caps and inhalers. But today I'm going to be talking about what we do as a company when we talk about asthma. And we've talked about the former Delta former governor of Delta State talked about research. Our other speakers also talked about making advocacy, educating the public on asthma awareness, which is why the main focus of this foundation. So GSK as a company, we have our core values. Being patient-focused, we act with integrity, transparency, and we also have respect for people. So we don't only care about the business aspect, we also care about the medical aspect. So today I'm going to talk about all the medical things we do when we talk about asthma. First of all, GSK as a company currently conducting what we call the Asthma Insights and Reality Study. That's the AIR study in Nigeria, which is to check the study of prevalence of asthma in Nigeria. We also have our investigational sponsor study, just an ISS study, which we have funds of over £100,000, which we tell HCPs, that's healthcare professionals who are interested in studies, to apply for these research grants. £100,000. And this is to stimulate research and also better understand the unique attributes of different research in non-communicable diseases, which asthma is one of them. We also recently launched the Lagos State Guidelines for Management of Asthma. This is a guideline that will help healthcare professionals diagnose and treat asthma properly. This was a Lagos-based research. But we also partnered with the Nigerian Thoracic Society to launch the National Asthma Guidelines. So it's not just a Lagos thing, because most of the time when we are launching the Lagos Asthma Guidelines, people were like, just Lagos. But we partnered with the Nigerian Thoracic Society, and we've recently launched the Asthma Guidelines. This is just for our healthcare professionals to have better understanding of management and diagnosis of asthma. We also went further to train over 2,000 healthcare professionals on asthma management. Medical officers, youth corpers that are new in the field, and these are people that go to the rural areas. The reason why we are here today to partner with ACUF is to also build awareness, advocacy, and also let people know that asthma is an irreversible disease, because most people think asthma is something that can be treated. It's an irreversible disease. If there's anything we have to take home today, we have to tell people living in asthma is something you have to manage. It's not treatable, it's irreversible, or you can just, it is not reversible, it's irreversible. It's something that you can treat. And it's funny enough, the moderator said everybody has one relative or one history or someone who had asthma. My own story was about my uncle that I got a call 2 months ago that he died. Early call around 6:30 a.m. I never knew he had asthma. And my uncle has a wife as a caterer, and they cook in the house. He helps her, with the cooking, firewood, and all that, which is a major trigger for asthma. He has 3 dogs. He's a lover of perfumes. And I think when we get into the proper discussion for today, we will discuss all these triggers. So awareness is one factor we need to consider when we are trying to say we want to reduce the prevalence of asthma. Because most people do not know that trigger factors are things that can actually lead to death. And I believe people shouldn't be dying of asthma in this age and stage. We have notable people. When I came in, one of my colleagues was asking me, is it the same Amaka Chiwuike-Uba? I don't know anybody who knows Amaka Chiwuike-Uba here. I know her because I'm a Nollywood fan. She died of asthma on the movie set. And I told him it's not Amaka Chiwuike-Uba, she's Amaka too. But she also died of asthma. And these are people that are knowledgeable, they know what they are doing. But it's just to let them know that once you have asthma and you are adhere to all these principles of knowing what you should and should not do, use of your medication. GSK currently train ACPs on how to train patients on how to use their inhalers, because that's another factor. You can be asthmatic if you don't know how to properly use the inhalers, our rotor caps, or the discus, which are the devices that asthmatic patients use to relieve their symptoms and also to control their symptoms, which are all the things GSK is currently working on. And we believe that healthcare professionals in the room here will also take advantage of our ISS study, the NCD Open Lab, which is a £100,000 grant for research in non-communicable diseases, which asthma is one of it. It's open biannually, so once it's open again, we'll make sure we let everybody know. And again, we thank the ACUF. We are now donating 70 peak flow meters, and I hope we'll be able to do more in the future by collaborating in areas of research, advocacy, and awareness. One more thing, please. I would like us to observe 1 minute silence for Mrs. Amaka Chiwuike-Uba. Observe a 1 minute silence for her. Thank you. 1 minute. Starting now. Chiwuike-Uba, rest in peace. Thank you.
And of course, my boss, the medical profession, the president of the Nigerian Medical Association, here represented by the first vice president. Please continue to wear the cap. I think here once in a while, not as helpful as I used to wear it. Thank you for being here and for continuing wearing of that cap. And of course, the guest speakers, I thank all of you. But let me particularly thank those who came with me from Delta State. Highly honored. You don't know why I'm honoring them. You know what I'm happy about, that they are here. If it was Lagos, or Abuja, or Port Harcourt, I won't bring them like this as I'm bringing them now. You know why? I came by air yesterday. I was in Enugu about 2 months ago. And I have to come from Asaba, or go to Asaba by road. And I can tell you, it wasn't funny. Going by road from here to Asaba, straight road. It's not fun at all. But some of them woke up early this morning, some of them have just yesterday. Some were able to find their way through some corner roads. But they still found their way here this morning. I'm very grateful. They were members of my cabinet, some of the members of my predecessor's cabinet, and of course, some used to be my boys, but they are now my guys. They are now my big guys. I thank you very sincerely for being here. So it's actually on that note that I want to, being given the privilege, I want to formally launch the Amaka Chiwuike-Uba Foundation. Launch it. And I'm glad that when we were talking last night, he said it's not a financial launch. It's just formally launched as the foundation. But that does not mean that people can support the foundation financially. Please do. Because running the foundation is not cheap. For those who can support financially, please do. We're not going to start donating money, but people can support just quietly to that is what we'll be glad to do. So I thank you for being here. And also, to formally declare this first conference of the Amaka Chiwuike-Uba Foundation open to the glory of God.
Thank you very much, sir. Gloria, you have to come.
Please, we would like to recognize the presence of Professor Chiwuike-Uba Anichi. Did I pronounce that right? Oh, Anichi. Okay. I think you should go ahead.
Okay. Welcome, ma'am. Okay, so representing the Honorable Minister for Education, we have Professor Chiwuike-Uba Anichi. She is the head of the National Institute for Nigerian Languages. Abba, welcome, ma'am. And she's also here with her deputy, Professor Obiajulu Emejulu, also from the National Institute for Nigerian Languages in Abba. Welcome. Okay, so we will continue. We will continue to recognize our distinguished guests. We'll continue to recognize our distinguished guests as they come in. Now, here's the interesting thing. We are aware that we are kind of like a bit short when it comes to seats. Please, we would like you to just be patient with us. We are doing our best to get seats. Thank you, sir. We're doing our best to make sure that everybody's seated. So for those of you that are outside and you're trying to get seats inside, just be patient with us just a little bit. We're making arrangements to ensure that everybody's seated. Thank you so very much for understanding. So, first of all, we would like, when we call your name, when I call your name, to please come and take your place on the high table. Would I call it high table? On the stage, really. Yes. We would like your presence here on the stage because this is, more of a lecture. It's more of a lecture. We're here to learn. So please, we would like to invite to the stage Dr. Kajetan Onyedu, Associate Professor of Medicine, Consultant Pulmonologist. Please, sir, we're ready for you. A round of applause. Thank you, sir. And we have Dr. Adeze Ayuk. She is a consultant pulmonologist and pediatrician. Doc, please. Thank you. And then we have Mr. Larry Ogwego. He's the National Coordinator, Human Rights Volunteer Corps of Nigeria. Thank you. And we have our moderator, Dr. Amaka Chiwuike-Uba. Dr. Amaka Chiwuike-Uba, our moderator. Please, would like you also. Okay, we're going straight on to our lectures. Meanwhile, technicals, we have the clip. Do we have the clip? So our first keynote presentation is by Dr. Kajetan Onyedu on asthma, burden, management, and challenges. Please, a round of applause.
I've never met him before. He put a call to me and said that he wanted to meet me. I thought he was one of those people that call you on the phone and tell you lovely stories. We kept fixing appointments that we never kept until sometime 3 weeks ago when we finally met. And the rest is history, because the events that unfolded following that meeting culminated in what we are seeing here today. I want to especially thank him. Recognize in a special way my chief. She trained me, and I've always been loyal to her, and she's here in our midst, Dr. Chiwuike-Uba. Yes. And my younger colleague too, Dr. Nnamdi, all of us are in the same unit at the hospital. And the younger ones, Dr. Paul Nlewedim, Dr. Kinsley Okwadia, these are good guys. So, having said this, and the lecture today is about asthma. A lot have been said, asthma, and it's like the story of the elephant and the blind man. They were asked to go and feel. People come out and say all sorts of things about asthma. Today, we try to say things that we believe that are the right things to say, so that people will go out with the right information. I'm happy that after speaking, a pediatrician will equally speak from the children's perspective. We can see that we are loaded. So, what is asthma? Next slide, please. We will try to describe what asthma is and go from there. For the simple mind, for the general mind, we hear asthma and we say it is tantamount to cough. Once you cough and the cough is not going, it's asthma. Not all cough, not all people cough with asthma. For some reason, some people stay away, the respiratory tract, have this property to react abnormally to substances found in our environment. And when they react to those substances, the airways get narrowed. Not only getting narrowed, they have difficulty with breathing in, and their chest becomes tight. And because of the narrowing of airways, they often wheeze. That is that noisy musical note that we hear when you are near somebody who has asthma. And this is a constellation of things that we see in somebody. We say the person has asthma. So I've said that these people have an abnormal response of their airways to substances that are found in our environment, and because of that, they present with what? Cough, difficulty with breathing, and their chest is tight. They could have other associations which we are going to discuss. So it's not just about having cough and having difficulty with breathing. This impacts seriously on the quality of life these patients tend to live. Because if you're asthmatic and you're having an attack, you visit hospitals every time, you will not even go to work. If you're a child, you won't go to school. So these are problems. The burden, what do we have?
a very serious illness. We've been told this morning that by projection, up to 330 million people worldwide are affected. And it's projected that by 2025, we're looking at up to 400 million people. In 2015 alone, about 308-something thousand people died of asthma. That is serious. And in our own situation, we're looking at up to 15 million people or more. Because when we talk about figures like this, we talk about it's just like a tip of iceberg phenomenon. We are looking at those who have presented to the hospitals, those who have been seen. But a lot of people are there in the community suffering. They don't have diagnosis. So the prevalence from 5% to up to 18% of patients of the population have asthma. In childhood, what happens? You tend to have more boys affected. Later, around adolescence, equal occurrence. But generally speaking, in adults, you have more females affected. The disease that is commoner in areas that are well developed. But we used to say this, but now we know that even in our own environment, with improving diagnosis, we do have a lot of people who have asthma, even in both developed and undeveloped areas. Next slide. So, like I said before now, they have quality of life problems because they don't have normal health. They can't perform very well. That is if they are not controlled. They often miss school and miss work, and they often end up in hospital visits, outpatient visits, admissions. And it's quite an economic burden with a lot of out-pocket expenses. If you listen to the GSK, you see inhalers, these, that, devices, yes, these are not child's play. They are quite expensive. I'm sure those who have bought them know how expensive they are. So it's quite a problem. Next. So what are the risk factors? We say it's an interplay. People are genetically predisposed. Then the environmental factors play in. So it means that some people have that inherent property, born with it, to have abnormal airway reaction to those substances. Those kind of people will say they have atopy. And it's not just about the respiratory tract. Some of them have eye itching, they have their nose issues, their ear issues, their throat issues, their skin issues. Other risk factors in the environment include if you have viral infection of the chest, cigarette smoke and smokes generally, dusty environment, cockroaches, mosquito coils, occasional, sometimes because of where you work, you can have attack of asthma. Some medications we easily buy can trigger asthma, including pain relievers. Grass pollen, that is why at times it is seasonal. You see people say whenever it's rainy season, when flowers are coming out, we tend to have attacks. Then some people are allergic to even what they eat, fish, cow milk, and what have you. So you can see that the list is quite long. And this is important to understand this because this helps in the management of asthma in terms of what do we prevent. And I say sometimes you may not find anything that is the trigger for this asthma. But generally speaking, these are some of the common ones which we have to look out for and try to avoid. Next. How do we make the diagnosis? I must say, please don't do it yourself. It's important we say it now. Don't assume. Don't do because somebody told you, I had cough, I had this, I went to the hospital, it's asthma, I think you're home with asthma. We've had problems with this kind of thing. People assume and say, oh, I was told once you have cough and you are having noisy breathing, it's asthma, and therefore they go and buy asthma medications. That is risky. But having said that, it is suggestive of asthma when you have such symptoms I have enumerated before now. You have cough, chest tightness, you are breathless, you wheeze. And the symptoms are often worse at night. For some reason, physiological. They tend to have a family history. Like I told you, they don't see families. And many a times, they respond to the usual asthma medications. We'll get to that. However, when you have these symptoms, you still need what we call an assessment objectively by a trained practitioner who will be able to put these symptoms, examine you properly, and be able to do some important tests before you can now say this is asthma and we'll go ahead and start it. Please note that all that wheezes, all that have noisy breathing aren't asthma. Very, very important. So the fact that your neighbor wheezes and he's told asthma does not mean that whenever you wheeze, you go and buy asthma medications. Next slide. We go to the next. The goal of this treatment of asthma. Sorry, go back. We are looking at what? Achieving control, and minimize future risks. Because if you don't achieve control for today, you are endangering your respiratory tract, putting it under stress. And just to note at that point that even when you are using the medication for asthma and you are having side effects from those medications, you are not doing well. Because we've had these patients who went on to take prescribed drugs, non-prescribed drugs on their own, and came back with asthma, with complications of the medication, not only asthma. We've had patients who took steroids, came back with serious effects of diabetes mellitus. And the story will now change. He had asthma, he had diabetes from medication. So it's important. What's happening? Kinsley, can you help me here? Whether they have asthma in the computer, I don't know. So the aim of the treatment is to achieve total control. And that control means that you do not have daytime symptoms, you do not have no nighttime awakening, I told you, no asthma attacks, no limitation of activity including exercise, and if your lungs functions assessed objectively, they are normal, and you do not have side effects from medications. So once you see yourself having symptoms, waking up at night, having the effects of the drugs, you are not under control. So you need to be under control. And once you achieve control, you are good to go and do anything. All exercises, all sports, travel as you want, no limitations. So the management includes non-pharmacological, and I put there education, counseling. This forms the bedrock of what we do. If you do not explain to the asthmatic a lot of things, the problem will be that you think that you will be cured. And once it's not cured, you go to the next person. Once it's not cured, what will happen? He goes to the next person. And there, you think it will be cured, you continue to move around, and the problem continues to worsen. So it's important that you educate them on avoidance of tobacco, smoking. If you are smoking, you stop, and avoidance of every other trigger, as may be identified by the person. If you are working in an environment that triggers the asthma, you may need to change that occupation. For example, you are selling cement, and anytime you go to a shop, you don't have water. You don't have any business. You are selling pepper in the market, you are selling fish, and you notice that. But at times they know that is any time they go to their place of work, that worsens. So you may need to change the environment and change your occupation. So avoid all allergens. You may need to reduce your weight. Because at times, when you are overweight, you tend to compromise the respiratory system. And if you have asthma, that compromise is multiplying. So it becomes a problem. Next slide. So part of it is that people who have asthma must be involved in management. Their families, their relatives must be involved. You must have what we call self-monitoring of symptoms, including measurement of some of the parameters. Like he mentioned this morning, they are donating some big flows. Big flows are instruments that we use to roughly have an idea of your lung function. And it is very easy to use, it's portable, does not require electricity. So anybody can have it and know, okay, today I'm cool. I measure it is 300, 400. And if I measure it next week and I'm getting 150, I know I'm in trouble. I know I'm beginning to be in trouble. I either do something or I immediately get to my doctor to assess me properly. So you must be able to recognize symptoms and features of worsening symptoms. You must individualize the plan, because patient A may have exercise-induced asthma. That means anytime he does something, kind of exercise, the other person only has symptoms only when he comes in contact with pollen. So it must be individualized. So you don't just tell anybody, avoid all avoidables. But still, some people, let me give that, they react to perfumes. And they keep using the perfume because they must have to smell fine and what have you. What are you doing to yourself? You must not use that perfume. It's important. Please always have plan of regular medical review. There is no system that in asthma that will be like, okay, you are now doing well, continue to take your medications, don't come back. No. Periodically, you must come back to the doctor who will do what? Assess you, because there will be reasons why when we need to step down the medications from what it used to be to a lower dose or even hide the medications. These are things that you need to do when you come for regular checks. Next slide. The pharmacological approach is what I was describing before. It's a stepwise kind of assessment. When you see an asthmatic, you assess the person, come back, you adjust the treatment based on the severity and control level, and then you continue to review the response. You give somebody a medication, he goes and you say, see me in 2 weeks' time. You want to know how far and how good he has done. And assessment of the severity is based on measurement of what? Impairment. And you classify appropriately and be able to put the person on appropriate medication that suits the severity and control level. This is very, very important. And like we're talking about the use of the inhalers, the technique is very important. You need to assess, reassess, re-educate, and teach them how to use inhalers. There's no assumption. Whenever you come to the clinic, say, please let me see inhalers. Always go to the clinic with inhalers. That is doing that. You keep the airway in quiescence so that they don't flare up. Very, very important. Next slide. The devices, I believe there will be a clip or session about that, where we'll talk about the meter dose inhalers, the one that you puff like insecticide. I have patients who have come into the consulting room with their meter dose inhalers, and you ask them to use it. They just spray it in the room like you spray the repellent. And it's true. That is where they have used it over the time. They come back and tell you, doctor, they are not doing well. Some spray it like they are using their perfume, put it on the necessary places, and they spray the drug to do what? To do the magic. So you have the drugs without knowing how to use them. So these are there. There are some other ones, dry powder inhaler. We will demonstrate this. I believe we will see them so that we will know how they are and how they come. So for asthma control, what does it lead to? Increased deaths. Remember why we're here today. That is one of the problems we have that brought up this particular event. Somebody died of asthma. And we're saying that should not be. There will be chronic airway changes, chronic fatigue. The person is always what? Tired, can't do anything. Frequent visits to the hospital, emergency room. Chronic psychological dysfunction. It wears them down. Why me? As a child, people are doing exercises, you can't do exercise. Say, why me? There is absenteeism, like I said before, and what we call presenteeism. The person actually is at work doing what? Nothing. That is not it. Then, because of the poor control, increased cost of treatment, because you now have to have other things. Buy this, whatever you hear that is going to work, you go and get it. But you have a large box of medications, but you are not doing well with them. More than the overall thing that you have poor quality of what? Life. Next. So what have we achieved so far in asthma management? There have been advances in understanding the management and pathogens of asthma, and this has helped us a lot. We now know the use of anti-inflammatory agents and how to deliver them, and how to use them so that we have very few side effects. The use of steroids, we've now advanced in their use. We're no longer afraid to use them, but we have to use them as what? Prescribed. Then the better use of the devices. The devices are more available and can be used conveniently. And then we are now able to appreciate the self-management education plan. So that every asthmatic has his own written down and says, when I have these symptoms, I'm going to do this. When I'm not doing well, that's the next thing I will do before, and this is time to go to the hospital. Well written out, both by the asthmatic, both by the relative. At times, these symptoms can come and they're not able to do or take decisions. So people around should know and be able to take decisions for them. Very important too. Next. So, what are the factors that are related to asthma deaths? If you've had a history of near-fatal asthma requiring intervention and ventilation, please be careful with that asthma. Don't just take it like any asthma. Always know that at the slightest symptom change, go to the hospital. If you have been hospitalized in the past year or years, that is a sign that anything can happen anytime. Because some people have had asthma, they have never been to the hospital for admission or for any emergency visit before. And they are almost 60, 70 years. They have been able to manage it on their own, no problem. But once you start visiting the hospitals often and on, that is not a good sign. If you are currently using oral steroids or just stopped, it's not a good sign. Because the oral steroid use comes up with what? When there are serious issues. So once you are using that, it's not a good sign. Overuse of the inhaler, the one I told you on demand, every time you just use it, and you are now seeing yourself, instead of using 2 times a week or a time, on daily basis, you have need to use the pulse for up to 4 or 5 times. That is not good. If there is a history of psychiatric disorder or psychological problem, because the person may not comprehend the issues and be able to take right decisions. Food allergy with asthma, not a good sign. Then there is what we call brittle asthma. These are people who attack of asthma just comes and gets severe within a short period of time. Like in the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes, somebody you are looking at now, the condition changes to the level that everybody around is running at that stage. If you notice that in any patient, please take it seriously. That's the kind of patient that might just go if there is nothing. Next. So what are the challenges we have in management? I look at that in the diagnosis, in the treatment, in the follow-up, and the general challenges. We'll quickly go through this. Next. Remember, there is no single satisfactory test for all asthmatic patients. Everything is individualized. This is a challenge. So there's nothing you will just say, once I do this, I do this, it's asthma. No. You must take into cognizance the person's full history, full examination, and full assessment. It's a challenge. There are very few reputed physicians, even general physicians, that are trained in the country. In a study in 2015 here, the proportion of what do we find? Of one reputed physician per 2.3 million people. And in an estimated population of 7 million in 13 states, they do not offer any specialist respiratory services. It's a challenge. Usually in Southeast here, maybe about 2 or 3 people in the whole of Southeastern Nigeria that are trained respiratory physicians. It's a challenge. Next slide, but things are changing. So we like big flow meters that are instruments that are used for diagnosis. The spirometer, and I'm happy that the GSK, they are coming on board saying that donating this. Actually, patients with asthma should have their own peak flow meters so that they can do home monitoring and be able to change their medications. And it's not very expensive. But initially it wasn't very available. But it's coming very available. Next. In a review too of all the teaching hospitals in Nigeria, 68 of them in 2011, only 26 had supply of big flow meters. 20 hospitals only heart spirometer, and it hasn't changed. Even in 2015 here, we did a survey among respiratory physicians, specialists. 34% of them could do some of these tests routinely in their centers. That is not a good sign. Next. So what the effect of these challenges on the diagnosis, over-diagnosis, because at times, because you don't have equipment, because you don't have people, everybody who comes with cough wheezing, you say it's what? Asthma. So, unreported asthma, like I told you, what we are talking about, 5%, 10% prevalence, is just those that have been what? Reported. Like majority of them are out there on what? Reported. So this leads to increased morbidity and mortality. Mortality is death from disease. Morbidity is being ill because of disease. So most people are found ill. Next slide. So in treatment, I've highlighted this before now, the cost of the medications sometimes they are unavailable, and that is high cost of management. Those devices are generally lacking. They involve technique of use. Even when you have the devices, people do not know how to use them. That's a challenge. Next. Next. We have lack of guidelines, but happy to say that just